16th edition episode of WEXPtv News. I'm your host, Nick Azarano, alongside Jake Goodwin. We have a big show for you today with an interview with head lacrosse coach Mr. Leahy. But first, we take a look back at the robotics team this season.
The FRC level of competition, every high school or organization builds one robot. You arrive and you get randomly paired up with 2 other alliance members for each match. You get to play 12 qualification matches, and at the end of qualification rounds, you have a playoff elimination rounds. Then 2 teams, they go in as an alliance, hopefully no robots break down, and then they compete essentially through a set of playoffs that are quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the finals, which is best of 3 matches each round. You know, you hear robotics and you think they're just gonna be building robots, but frankly, they're building, they're programming, they're designing using AutoCAD to design the robot, they're wiring, and those are the hands-on aspects, but they're also doing things behind the scenes like helping us with the raising of money, sponsorship relationships. They are getting out there and meeting the sponsors. They're getting us sponsorships themselves. There are administrative roles, leadership roles that they can all do, marketing the team and social media outreach. These are all things the robotics team could be, you know, if you're a member of the team, you could be doing. And in addition to that, we would like to hear whatever projects they want to try to do.
It's really the community. Like, there's a lot of great people here, and like, if you need help with anything, you can just ask them and they'll be more than happy to help you with that.
Community outreach is absolutely paramount. The boys go out every single year, and we spend 7 weeks each Thursday after school for 7 weeks straight at a low-income school, the one that's maybe not has they don't have the ability to get the robotics kits, and we bring our Lego robot kits that we bring for outreach and laptops with us, and we end up training them on what robotics is all about.
And that sort of inspires them to be more interested in STEM and robotics in the future. Whether it's building or wiring or programming, it's going to be a learning experience. Like, no one comes in knowing everything, and they learn a lot from it. Like, I was only okay at CAD design before I started, and now I'm designing a whole robot with it. I mean, it's just opportunity to learn programming, marketing. It's just something for everyone.
Spring sports are heating up. Here's a look at some big events coming up on campus in April. Baseball hosts Bonner on April 18th. PCL tennis semifinals coming up the 25th. Lacrosse hosts St. Joe's Prep April 26th. And rugby faces St. Joe's on the 29th. Check out all the team schedules at www.lchs.org/athletics and on our LaSalle Sports Twitter account. The lacrosse team is nationally ranked once again this season. Here's Coach Leahy in this week's Coach's Corner.
Hey LaSalle, I'm Jason Bepla here at Coach's Corner with head lacrosse coach Mr. Leahy. Hey Mr. Leahy, how you doing?
Good morning.
You guys had some big wins early on the season. Can you talk about some of the positives of the early start?
Sure, we had a great start. We faced Chestnut Hill Academy, which was kind of a makeup game, having lost St. Stephen, St. Agnes from Virginia for the snow.
Yeah.
And we had a good start. We had a 9-3 win. We played tough, and I think we felt really good about it.
Okay, and senior leadership is always important on the team. Can you talk about some of the seniors that stepped up and mentor the younger guys to lead the team?
Well, our second game was a win against Conestoga, a big rivalry. That was 9-3. And our senior leaders have been great. So Dan Jordan, school leader, lacrosse leader, along with Brendan Marr, Ethan Masucci. We got a lot of them. They have a lot of grit, spirit, hard-working guys. We're proud of them.
Okay, and can you talk about some of the big upcoming games? Maybe some games that LaSalle, the student body, could attend?
Well, we had a big one against the Hill Academy from Toronto, Canada, and we played tough but got beat. And then we had another big one against Malvern. It wasn't our best outing.
Yeah.
And we have the Haverford Forts, the Haverford School, coming up next Tuesday at Haverford, which is a big one.
All right.
And then we'll have DeMatha at Under Armour down in Baltimore, which is the Fallen Hero Classic for Travis Mannion and Brendan Looney, followed by St. Joe's Prep.
All right, good luck, Coach. And you and Coach Resch, you guys both have experience coaching Team USA for lacrosse. Can you talk about how that has helped you guys come back to LaSalle and teach the kids different things?
Well, I think one thing, international lacrosse is a little bit different in certain ways. Pace can be a little bit faster. There's no substitutions on a dead ball, so everything's on the fly, more like hockey.
Okay.
So I think that's been a good experience in how we sub. And then I think just how you compete. Anytime you face the Canadians, they're tough kids, and we get the chance to do that by playing the Hill Academy here. So I think especially coach's experience facing them helps us prepare for that game. Even though we didn't win, we always played them tough, and I think part of that is our international experience.
And you've been coaching for a while, over 25 years. Can you talk about how the game has evolved?
That's a good question. So yes, this is my 28th year at LaSalle. Possibly a long time. And I think the biggest difference is just the influx of club lacrosse, and the boys play so much in the summer, and it's very different. It's fast-paced. You know, they don't. You just play 3 or 4 games in a day or a weekend, where we play 1 game or 2 games a week, and it hurts when you get beat. You know, just play again the next day. And I think that's really changed. It's kind of like AAU basketball. It's just kind of different. I think one version is more like the game of checkers, which is fun, and kind of what we do and what they'll do in college is more like the game of chess. But kind of having guys switch their brains in between each one, so they know which style they're playing at which place, is been trickier over all my years.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
To start the third quarter, we had some special guests from a LaSallian school in Bolivia spend 6 weeks here at LaSalle as part of a new exchange program. The 5 students produced this video to say thank you to the LaSallian community. Enjoy.
What I liked the most was the freedom you have between choosing subjects, sports, and activities.
Academic formation at LaSalle College High School is wide, diverse, dynamic. All the students and teachers care about us, and they are willing to help us at any time. The only thing that I have to say is thank you, LaSalle, for giving me this opportunity.
What I enjoyed the most here at LaSalle was having some time with those guys that now I can consider my friends. Also, I appreciate all the time from the teachers to help us.
For me, the phrase represents everything at LaSalle College High School. Boys will be boys, but LaSalle boys will be gentlemen. Well, what I liked the most was the easiest way that you can make friends here. Everybody is friendly with you. And also the different spots where you can go in our campus. That campus is so big.
The students, because they are very happy, very amazing. They help me very well in the class, in the cafeteria, in the gym, and they become great friends for me.
Here's a look at some big events coming up. April 19th will be our annual Poor Man's Supper. Come out and support this great event. The Senior Prom will take place on Friday, April 27th at Spring Mill Country Club. FSC Week will be starting on April 23rd. The Office of Mission and Ministry has a full week of events planned. Check the website and social media for more information.
And finally, the annual field day will be held on Wednesday, April 25th. Homeroom 9D are the defending champions. Thanks for watching this week's episode of WEXPtv. Here's a quick video to get you ready for field day next week.